Hey guys, thanks for showing up. So this is different, right? Yeah, it's very different for all of us. So I wanted to offer you an opportunity to kind of move around. I think that's the best medicine for all of us. So welcome to yoga. Yoga has come to you. Thanks for rolling out your mat. So find your way to a comfortable seat. Rest your hands on your knees, palms face down. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your spine. And then let your eyelids gently fall. Start to observe your breath. Slow and steady in through the nose and out through your nose. And as you continue to relax all the muscles in the face, the throat is soft, the eyes are closed, lengthen your collarbones. Let your shoulders hang heavy. Belly is soft. The chest lifts and lowers with each breath. And then softly let your chin fall down towards your chest. Continuing to work the shoulder blades down your back. Take your chin over towards the right shoulder. Drop the left shoulder down. Releasing any tension that you're holding in the head and the neck. And then slowly begin to circle the neck, taking the chin up towards the ceiling, over to the left, and then down to the middle. Switch directions. Take your chin over towards the left shoulder. Drop the right shoulder down. Pause here. And then take the chin up and over. Take your time. The beautiful thing about this is that we're in no rush to go anywhere or do anything quickly. So take that time, use it for yourself. Coming back to center, you can keep the eyes closed. Take your right shoulder to your left knee, leaning forward. Inhale, center. Switch sides. Work the left elbow up as you take the left shoulder towards the right knee. Inhale, center. 2 more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. 1 more on each side. Inhale lifts you up. Release the right hand down. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Then take your hand behind the back of your head. Press the back of the hand into the back of your head. So right where your wrist is, open up through the shoulder. And you can hold here. You can start to lean over towards the right. Keep working the left hip down. So it's just a side body opener. Make sure that you're continuing to keep an openness in your chest. So you're taking the gaze up. You're not letting your back round. Keep lifting up. Inhale lifts you up. Beautiful. And then reaching the right arm up. Exhale, bend at the elbow. Press the back of the arm into the back of your head. Lengthen the spine first. And either holding here, start to lean over towards the left. Keep working the right hip down. Inhale lifts you up, release. Interlace the fingers behind your back. So press the palms together. Really focus on taking the wrists together. On your inhale, reach the arms back as you lift your chest up. Exhale, release. Come forward into your child's pose. Knees come out wide, toes come together. Walk your hands forward as you melt your chest down. Once you get there, relax your shoulders down. Lengthen the spine. Start to make your child's pose active. Tent the hands, coming onto the finger mounds. Walk the hands forward just a little bit as you keep pressing the hips back. Keep the length in your spine, stay low. Walk the hands over towards the left. You can cross the right hand on top of the left. Keep working the right hip down. Inhale, stay low, walk the hands back to center. And then exhale, walk the hands over towards the right. Left hand can come on top of the right. Press that left hip back. Stay low, come back to center. Pause here and then press the hands together. Bend at the elbows, take the hands behind the back of your head. Focus on pressing the elbows into the mat as you relax the shoulders, opening up through the side bodies. And then release that, coming back into your child's pose. Lift the hips up. Moving into your tabletop, so the knees work underneath the hips, wrists work underneath the shoulders. So this is a great opportunity to find your alignment. Your wrists and your shoulders should be right in line with each other. Rotate the arms so the eyes and the elbows face forward. Fingers are spread out wide, creating that stability there. On your inhale with the toes tucked, drop the belly, tilt the tailbone up. Press your chest through your shoulders as you lift the gaze. Exhale, release the toes. Round your spine, curl your chin in. Press your hips towards your shoulders as you press the upper back towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly. Lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. One more, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Coming back to a neutral spine. Beautiful. Take the knees in together, tuck the toes, sit back onto the heels. So lifting the chest here, this is a great stretch for your feet. If this is uncomfortable for your feet, just release down onto the tops of your feet. Otherwise, stay where you are. Beautiful. And then twisting here. Take your right hand behind your seat, left hand on top of your knee. Inhale, find a long spine first. Keep the chest lifted. Exhale, twist towards the right. Look over the right shoulder. Shoulders are relaxed. Take the gaze over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. We'll switch sides. Take your left hand behind your seat. Right hand on top of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking over the left shoulder. Try not to crank your neck so you don't want to twist too deeply. Keep that length, maintain the integrity of the pose. Take the gaze over the right. And then come back into your tabletop pose. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog on your exhale. Lift the knees up and back. Hips work up and back. So you can keep a soft bend here in the knees. You can bend into one knee, straighten out the other, pressing the heel down. Switch sides. Starting to feel those spots free flowing here. So whatever feels good. But finding your pose, find your foundation first. Spread the fingers out wide. Fingertips grip the mat. Isometrically deepen by drawing the shoulder blades down the back. So it might feel like your head is getting closer to the ground. Lengthen through the collarbones. Rotate the eyes of the elbows forward. Draw the low ribs in towards each other. Keep a soft bend in the knees as you work the tailbone up towards the ceiling. So you want to take the rounding out of the back. You want to be working on pressing the chest towards the knees. Maybe your heels meet the mat. If they do, you can lift and spread the toes. Really press the hips up and back. And then playing around, you can lift one leg, open up the hip. Find those sticky spots. And then coming back to stillness, deeply bending into the knees, press your belly towards your thighs. Keep working the tailbone up. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just lengthen out the legs. Start to exaggerate the pose. So it's like you're pinching your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees. Press your hips up. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift, bend the knees. Exhale, lower. Keep the knees softly bent, walk the hands back to meet the feet at the back of your mat, forward fold. So with your feet at the back of your mat, your feet are about hips width distance apart. So you can take your 2 fists and place them in between your feet here. Keeping that soft, gentle bend in the knees. You don't need to lock out the joints, especially as we're just opening. You can let your arms hang heavy. The goal is to release any tension out of your neck and your head. So nod the head yes, shake it no. You can grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Shift the weight into the balls of the feet so you're light in your heels. Keep working the hips up as you let your chest melt down. Release the bind. 1 vertebrae at a time. Slowly roll up to standing, keeping that gentle bend in the knees. Crown of the head is the last to lift. When you get there, heel toe the feet into touch. Sweep the arms up, palms touch. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over towards the right. Press the hips to the left. Ground down through that right foot. Maybe become light in the left foot. Maybe you cross that ankle behind the right. Keep reaching over towards the side. Inhale lifts you up. And then release that bind of your ankles. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, switch sides, reaching over towards the left. Send the hips to the right. Maybe you find that balance. Cross the opposite ankle behind. Keep opening up through the chest. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Release the bind as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come up onto your shin. So you're lengthening out through the spine. Exhale, fold. 2 more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk forward into your plank pose. So find your alignment here. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, just like we did in tabletop. Squeeze the thighs together. Keep the hips lifted. The ribs are knitting in towards each other. Beautiful. And then slowly lower the knees down, chest, then chin. So keep the elbows hugged in. Lower the chest down and your chin. And then come down onto your belly. Come onto your Sphinx pose. So working the elbows underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers out wide. So when you look down, it looks like your arms are making the number 11. And then when you get here, roll the shoulders down the back. Create that space in between your ears and your shoulders. Belly is soft here. Hips are relaxed on the mat. You can let your head hang heavy if that feels okay. The goal is to continue to work the shoulder blades down the back. And slowly lower down onto your chest. Take your hands in to hug the rib cage. Tuck your toes. On your inhale, engage the quadricep, lift the kneecaps. Exhale, press it up into your plank pose. And then downward facing dog. Hips work up and back. Take the gaze forward. And then lift the heels. Tiptoe your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Keep the hips lifted as high as you can to get there. So take your time, maybe you make it fun, cross at the ankles. See how far you can go without releasing those heels down. And then forward fold. Heel to the feet into touch. Chair pose on your inhale, sink the hips, sweep the arms up. Plug the shoulder blades down. Tuck the tailbone so you're not letting that belly open up and hang out. You want to rotate so that the core muscles are engaged here. Tucking in slightly, squeeze the thighs together. Work the shoulders down. Hold for 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Left foot steps way back for right leg lunge. So becoming light on the fingers, tenting the hands. So the palms are lifted, you're on your fingertips, finding runner's lunge. On your inhale, lift the hips as you lengthen out through the right leg. Curl your chin into your chest, round the upper back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, release down onto the left knee, release the left toes. Walk the hands on top of the right thigh. Let your hips melt down. So engage the core here. You want to continue to work the left shoulder forward, right hip back. On your inhale, circle the arms up, palms touch. Bend at the elbows, press your chest forward as you spread your fingers out wide. Inhale lifts you up. Water wheel in your lunge, send the left arm forward, right arm works back. And then exalt the pose. Release your right arm behind your back, reach the left arm up and over. Inhale lifts you up, frame the right foot. Hamstring stretch, slide the hips back. So keep a bend in your right knee here. Depending on your mobility of your hamstring, you can work onto the heel of that right foot, toes face up, flex the foot. Your goal here is to stick the booty out. So you're lengthening through the spine. You should be feeling this in your hamstring, underneath your booty. Hold for one more breath. And then inhale, come forward into your right leg lunge. Plant the hands, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Lunge, twist round, down through the left hand, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening up. Coming into an IT band stretch, send the toes towards the right, rotating down to the outside blades of both feet. So you're letting your left hip drop, your right hip works on top of the left, reach your right arm up and over towards that left foot. Gaze follows the right arm. Inhale lifts you up. Hands come to the inside of the right foot, spin onto the ball of the left foot, heel is up, and then dial that left heel back. So you're in a warrior one stance with your hands to the inside of the right foot. Beautiful. And as you're here, walk the hands to the top left corner of your mat. So find that stretch, send your hips back as you walk the hands forward. Beautiful, come back to the inside of the right foot. Ground down, root to rise. Lift your left arm up. Warrior one on your inhale. Beautiful. So with our warrior one, the back heel is dialed in. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Work the shoulder blades down. And then on your exhale, release your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Stretch the fists down as you lift your chest up. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. So take the right shoulder to the right knee. Inhale lifts you up. Release the bind. Exhale, flow it out. Plant the hands. Scoot the right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down, halfway chaturanga. Keep the elbows squeezed in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs are lifted, chest is proud. Exhale, use your core, downward facing dog. Take the gaze forward, step hop, flip the feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Ground down, root to rise. Inhale, circle the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, chair pose. Release the palms. Use the core, so tuck the tailbone in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold on your exhale. Hips work up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Hands come to your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot steps way back for your left leg lunge. 3 lunge pulses on your inhale, lift the hips, curl the spine. Exhale, lower. Focus on taking that left hip back, right hip forward. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, low lunge, release the right knee down, release the right toes. Walk the hands on top of that left thigh, sink the hips. Inhale, circle the arms up. And then cactus out the arms, bend the elbows, spread the fingers out wide. Inhale lifts you up. Water wheel. Send the right arm forward, left arm back. Open up wide. And then release the left arm back, reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, cartwheel the arms down, frame the left foot, hamstring stretch. Slide the hips back. Tilt the tailbone up. Maybe you come onto the heel of that left foot. Flex the left foot, toes face up. So it doesn't matter if you straighten out that left leg ever. It's more about working into the left hamstring. Tilt the tailbone up. Come back into your left leg lunge. Plant the hands, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, lunge, twist. Reach the left arm up, ground down through the right hand. And then IT band stretch. Dial the toes towards the left, come onto the outside blades of both feet, sink that right hip. Left hip stacks on top of the right, reach the left arm back. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and then rotate onto the ball of the right foot. Right heel is lifted, hands come to the inside of the left foot. So it looks like this. And the left ankle is stacked on top of the left knee. And then dial the right heel in. So your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Crawl the hands to the top right corner of your mat. Send the hips back. Beautiful. Walk the hands back to the inside of the left foot. And then ground down through the left hand, reach the right arm up. Root to rise, warrior one. Lift the hips, sweep the arms up, plug the shoulder blades down so the hips are squared to the front of the room. Send the left hip back, right hip forward. Take the arms out wide. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale, squeeze the elbows back as you lift your chest up. And then bow forward. Take your left shoulder towards your left knee. Lift the arms up and over. Inhale, lifts you up, release the bind. Exhale, flow it out. Plant the hands. Sweep the left leg up and back. Maybe you take a handstand hop if it's safe, or you just feel like having fun. On your inhale, take the gaze forward, step hop, float the feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Chair pose on your inhale. Sink the hips, sweep the arms up. Pulse it out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, throw it away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Finding your chair pose. Press the hands together. Hands come down to your chest. Twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Use that knee as leverage, pressing your elbow into the outside. Maybe you take the gaze up. Maybe you open the arms out wide. You can always play with side crow here. Shout out to Nikki. Plant the hands just like you would in a chaturanga, so the shoulders are in line with the wrists. If you're in the twist, keep your knee where it is. Bend the elbows. Start to lean forward. Take that left hip off of the left elbow. Fly it out. You can come here. You can come into fallen angel. This is a real pose, I swear. Anyways, come back into your forward fold. Woo! Pedal the legs out. And then ground down through the right hand, reach the left arm up. Bend into the right knee. Keep lifting the left hip up as you lower the right hip down. You can hold here, take a body, wrap the left arm behind your back. Release that into a forward fold. On your inhale, lengthen up the spine. Exhale, flow it out. Plant the hands. Step back or hop back into your plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. On your inhale, take the gaze forward, step hop, float the feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Plant the hands, press the hands together. Slide the thumbs down towards the sternum. Sink the hips, chair twist. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Find your pose here, so either opening up the arms, maybe you play with that side crow, plant the hands, keep the right knee on top of the left tricep, lean forward, squeeze the thighs together. Maybe you take the fallen angel, keep the right heel tucked in, extend the left leg up. Forward fold is where we're going to meet. Beautiful. Ground down through the left hand, reach the right arm up. Bend into that left knee. Keep reaching the right arm up. Maybe you hold here or take the bind. Beautiful. Release the bind, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or hop back into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, right leg lifts. Flex the foot to start so the hips are square. Ground down through the left foot. Inhale, stack the hip, open up the hips so the right hip is stacked on top of the left. Point the right toes, work the right shoulder down. Draw the right heel in towards your glute. And then take some hip circles. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. Open up. Beautiful. Switch directions. Beautiful. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, knee to nose round. Inhale, up and back. You can take a handstand hop if you're working on L-shaped handstands. Exhale, knee to nose. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Step through for your crescent warrior. So stay on the ball of the left foot. Inhale lifts you up. Sweep the arms up. And then I forget what it's called now. Reach the left arm forward, right arm back. Water wheel. Release your right hand behind your left leg. Reach the left arm up and over. Deepening into our twist. So these are all places that we've got. We're just finding a deeper expression. Lift the chest back up. Press the hands together. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Find length. Hold here or open up. Take the gaze up if you're opening up. Hold here or bind. Wrap the right arm behind your back. Left arm works underneath the left thigh. Maybe you find that bind. Beautiful. That slingshotting back. Slowly release. Open up into your warrior two. So cartwheel the arms open. Right arm is forward, left arm is back. So since you have the time, I want you to focus on alignment here. The right toes are facing towards the front of your room. Shoulders are relaxed. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Ground down, root to rise. So you're tilting the tailbone down. And make sure that the right knee isn't jetting in. You want that to be opened up. Flip the palm so you relax your shoulder. And then turn the hands back down. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale, reach the right arm up and back. And then straighten out that right leg. Keep reaching back. So you're finding length in that right side body. Inhale, reaches up. Keep the right leg straight. Flip the palms so that they're both facing forward. Heel to the back, foot in. Just a little bit. Triangle pose. Send the hips back to the left. As you reach forward, like you're going to reach for something, but you're stuck in between two planes of glass. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down onto your right shin. Reach the left arm up. Work that right hip underneath the left. So instead of sticking taking your left hip back, you want to tuck it in, find that streamline. Inhale, lifts you up. Beautiful. And then cartwheel the hands down. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. And then lizard lunge. Drop the left knee down. Release the left toes. Find a long spine here. So the collarbones are long. You're not rounding in. Keeping the length. Beautiful. You can hold here or take a quad stretch. If you want to take a quad stretch, bend the left heel in towards your glute. Ground down through the left hand. Reach the right arm up and over. Take a hold of the top of that foot. Sink the hips down. Work the right elbow up. Without slingshotting that foot back, release the bind. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. And then tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. You can hold here, just opening up, or you can play with some poses. So you can find your airplane pose, work the right shoulder underneath the right leg. So tucking that right shoulder underneath the right thigh. Maybe become light in the hands. Maybe you fly it out into airplane. Maybe you grab your wrist behind your back, taking a bind. Or maybe you fly it out. If you want to fly it out, plant the hands. Again, find that alignment. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Fingers spread out wide, become light in the heel, lifting the heel of the right foot. Lean forward, extend the right leg out, lift the left thigh up. We'll all come back into that lizard lunge, coming into a yogi squat. So press down through the hands, and then step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips, dial the heels in, toes out. Press the hands together. Beautiful. Press down through the hands. Play with crow pose if you'd like. If you want to play with crow pose, make sure that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Fingers spread out wide. Fingertips are gripping the mat. And this is a great time if you have a block or a pillow. You can place it in between your hands, just in case you have a fear of falling. So, what you want to do is plant the hands, get your knees as high up into the triceps as you can. So wiggle them up, and then lift the hips. Start to lean forward, squeeze the elbows in. So with the elbows flaring out, we're not going to be able to move. With them tucked in, you can squeeze the knees in to find that lock. And then maybe you lift one heel up, maybe you lift the other. Focus on the ground in front of you. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we're all meeting back into downward facing dog. Ground down through the right foot. Lift the left foot. Try not to kick anything. So we're starting with the hip square. Left hip is lowered, left foot is flexed. And then open up the hip. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Point the left toes, work the left shoulder down. Hold for your inhale. Drop the heel in towards your glute. And with the right foot grounding down, take those circles. Switch directions. Hold for your inhale. Need a nose on your exhale. Inhale, maybe take those hops. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Hold. 3, 2, step through for your crescent warrior. Root to rise. Inhale lifts you up. You're on the ball, the back foot. Sweep the arms up. And then water wheel. I remember the name. Reach the left arm back, right arm forward. Beautiful, exalt. Reach the left, right arm behind your back. Reach the, left arm is behind your back. Right arm is up and over. Inhale lifts you up. And then press the hands together. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Find length in your spine first. And then sink. Take whatever variation feels good. Open up the arms out wide, take the gaze up. Maybe you take a bind. Beautiful. slowly unwind. Come back into your crescent. Open up to your warrior two. Dial that right heel in. Sink the hips down. Try to not lean forward, so keep the shoulders in line with the hips here. Flip the hands so palms face up, relax your shoulders. And then release the hands down, reach forward. Exhale, reach up and back. Straighten up through the left leg, keep reaching back. Inhale lifts you up. Setting up for your triangle pose. So maybe you work that back foot in. Reach forward. Exhale, release. And the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Tuck the left hip underneath the right. So it's less about getting down to the ground. It's more about opening up through the chest. Inhale lifts you up. Beautiful. And then dial the toes in. Take the hands to your hips. Heels work out. And your exhale, find a wide-legged forward fold. Send the hips back. You can rock side to side. You can play with a headstand here. So wide-legged forward fold. You can play with straightening one leg, bending the opposite. If you want to play with a headstand, take opposite elbows. Slide one hand on top of the other. So you can cup the back of your head that way. Keep your chin tucked in. And then become light in the toes, lift the heels. Slowly lift up. Keep the elbows hugging in. Inversions, take your time. So there's no rush. We'll all come into that lizard lunge. So hands come to the inside of the left hand. Release the right knee down, release the right toes. Holding here, we're working into the quadricep stretch. Ground down through the right hand. Reach the left arm up and over. Let the hips sink down. Slowly release that bind without slingshotting back. Beautiful. And then play with your lizard lunge. Ground down through the hands. Lift the right knee up. Work the left shoulder underneath the left knee. And maybe play with the airplane pose. Fly, bind, fly. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Right leg lifts on your inhale. Exhale, pigeon pose. Right knee works behind the right wrist. Right heel can stay tucked underneath the right knee. Focus on finding a long spine. Exhale, start to walk the hands forward. Melt the chest down. So, you can lay down on your elbows here. You don't have to come all the way down onto your chest. One of my favorite things to do is just pause at my elbows and let my body catch up. Eventually, maybe walking the hands all the way down. You can rest on your left cheek. Take the arms out to a W. Slowly lift the chest up. And you can hold here. If you want to play with mermaid, you can. So playing with mermaid would be taking the left heel in towards your glute. Reach the left arm back to take a hold of the top of the foot. If you have stability here, cool, hold here. If you want to work deeper, wrap that left foot in between the left arm. So now your elbow is hugging that left foot in. Reach the right arm up and over. Back of your head. Take a bind with your hands. Slowly release. Downward facing dog. Plant the hands. Work the hips up and back. Pedal out the legs. Left leg lifts on your inhale. Pigeon pose on the left. So find that alignment first. My external rotation is extremely limited compared to my internal. So I don't think I'll ever be able to work my left ankle behind my right wrist. Life goes on. Walk the hands forward. Find length in your spine. Relax your face. Maybe you lower all the way down onto the right cheek. Softly walk your hands in, lift your chest up. Option to take that mermaid pose. Draw the right heel in towards your glute. Maybe you take the wrap, reach the left arm up. Release that bind and just slide onto the left hip. Swing the right leg out in front of you. So we're coming into the Janu Shirshasana. So the left foot is to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Frame the right foot with your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, work deeper. Inhale, walk your hands in. Switch sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands in and lift your chest up. Reverse tabletop pose. Bend the knees, plant the feet so they're about hips width distance apart. Work your heels in towards your glutes in towards your heels in towards your glutes, whichever way you want. Fingertips face towards your hips. Press into the hands and feet. Lift your hips up. Let your head fall back. Rock forward and backwards.
Letting go of your attachment.
Slowly as you can, lower the hips all the way down. Extend the legs out long.
Letting go to the way things are.
And then we'll lower all the way down onto our backs. Once you get there, draw the knees in towards your chest. So wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a hug. And then extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Just notice how it feels to have your feet lifted. No need to engage your legs.
If I could let go.
Happy baby pose, bend the knees. Take an outside grip with both feet.
Right or wrong.
You rock side to side.
It would get deeper and deeper. And it was amazing.
Extend the legs back up. Release your hands down. And you can hold here, or you can work into plow pose. If you would like to work in a plow pose, kick the feet up over your head. So to do this, don't look side to side. Keep the gaze up towards the ceiling. You don't want to crank your neck. You're just opening up the spine. Relax your shoulders. Maybe work your shoulders down to lengthen through the back of your neck. You can always support your low back, taking your hands to your hips.
I could sense a lifetime of judgment against myself.
You can bend the knees, press your knees into your temples. Slowly as you can, come back down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Flex and point the toes, circle the ankles. Come into your reclined butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand over your heart. Let your eyes close.
With thoughtless breath.
Slow down your breath.
Instant bliss returns. Instant infected.
Starting to watch your chest lift and lower.
I didn't transcend my ego. We became partners. We became teammates.
And then a Eventually coming into your final Shavasana pose. Lengthen the legs out long. Arms rest along your sides. Eyes are closed. Muscles in the face are relaxed. Nothing left to do, nowhere else to be. In this space, noticing your breath. Observing the way that the air feels filling your lungs. The way that your body feels after a little bit of movement. Send all of that softness throughout your body, starting from the tops of your feet. Notice the arches of your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, the space surrounding your knees, all the muscles in the legs, the softness and heaviness in your hips. The belly is relaxed. Savoring the way that the air feels on your skin. Softness in your throat, your shoulders are heavy. Sending all of that softness down into the arms, around the wrists. Fingertips are light. Unhinge your jaw, letting it fall side to side. Maybe you swallow a couple times. The cheeks are soft. The space in between your eyes is relaxed, all the way up to the crown of your head. Allow yourself to surrender into all that softness. Breathe it in. Each exhale, letting go of the chaos that you're holding on to. Not letting any anxiety of the future, thoughts about what might happen, what could happen, take you away from this moment. What if you were exactly where you're supposed to be? Finding value in the ability to move your body, to draw breath in through your nose. Allow yourself to feel acceptance for that space that you're in. Planting it like a seed in your heart. Use your breath to allow it to grow, that thought, that vision, that idea that you're already there, that you don't need things to look away, to be away, to appear a certain way in order to feel that level of acceptance. Let it overwhelm you. Let it become so big that it begins to grow and circle you. So big that you have to share it. Not letting any distractions take you away. You are here. With the eyes closed, draw a deep breath in through your nose, your deepest breath of your day. Lifting the chest, opening up the ribs, Draw the breath all the way in, down into your belly. Anything that you're still holding on to, open your mouth. Let it go. Let the lips come together. The corner of your mouth falls towards your ears. Yep, I just got you to smile. You can let your head fall side to side. Wiggle your fingers. Take all this goodness and give it to someone else. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.